Today, we're talking about EDC belts. Hey everyone, back again with another episode of Stuff and Things, and today I'm bringing you a first look at a brand new product from one of my favorite companies, Trayvax. If for some reason you're unfamiliar with Trayvax, I'll go ahead and leave a link to a video I did a little while ago talking about their wallets that I actually carry with me every single day. You might also find a review of these quick detach lanyards that they came out with recently. This is another awesome product that they make that I have with me every single day, and I'm just proud to be supporting an American-made company. The company obviously got their start in wallets, but now they're continuing to expand into other accessories, and it's stuff that you can use pretty much every day. Now let me ask you a question. How much thought have you really put into the belt that you wear every single day? If you've seen some of my EDC videos, you already know that I talked about all these, so I'll just go through them real quick. Here's a simple leather belt, metal buckle, and as you can tell, it's very worn in. The holes on this side are kind of wore out, and it's just at the end of its life. I quickly realized that cheap belts like that just didn't provide enough support, especially when I carry so much stuff on me every day. I've got the typical cell phone, wallet, keys, and then some extra things like a knife, a flashlight, and when the law allows, a firearm with a spare mag. Now this is a lot of stuff to have your pants supporting, so after I decided to ditch the cheap leather belt, I went with a gun belt. So I moved on to this. This is a typical nylon gun belt. It's reinforced so it's extra sturdy and it's not going to get crushed like one of those leather belts. However, after using this for a little while, the buckle mechanism got a little bit annoying. Every time you take your belt off, you gotta do that. See, Velcro, it's not my thing. So then I moved on to this belt. A little nicer, less tactical looking, and guess what? No Velcro. So this belt was great. I used it for a while. It held up really well. But then when it came to carrying a firearm, the buckle kind of got to me again. I switched from a 3-4 o'clock carry position to appendix carry. With the type of holster that I like to use, these two clips sit right in the front and the belt buckle would sit in the middle. Now where this was giving me issues is check out how thick this is and then check out the thickness of the clip. If I try to put this holster on while wearing this belt, it's a little tricky. I have to stretch these clips really far to get around the double-overed belt. So that's alright, once you eventually get it on, it's on, but look how thick this is. The metal buckle is obviously putting pressure up against the holster, and then once this is on, it prints really bad. Now what I could do is rotate the belt and leave the buckle off to the side, but it looks stupid and it's really not comfortable. So these belts are okay, they work depending on what you carry and how you carry it. But now Trayvax has come out with something super simple, and if you know me, you know I like simple. Enter the Trayvax Cinch web belt. As you can see on the packaging, it says simple right on it. This is their take on a simple, low-profile, minimalist belt, and as you can see here, it's 100% made in the US. As they always state, you're now the owner of a product that's built to last a lifetime. On the bottom of the packaging, it looks like this product will come in 7 different sizes, and they're also making the buckles to these belts in different colors. Now, I received this belt 3 days ago, and I've actually been wearing it ever since. My first impressions with this thing are that it's about as simple as it can get, and I love that about it. This is made out of thin but heavy-duty nylon webbing, and the way it works is you just put it up through the buckle, down through the other side, and then it's infinitely adjustable. It doesn't get much more simple than that. My favorite part is definitely the buckle though. These buckles are made out of a single piece of aerospace grade tempered aluminum, and then it has this cool anodized finish which gives it its color. This belt is super easy to wear because the buckle is actually contoured to fit your body and it's super thin. Here's a thickness comparison of the 3 belts and buckles that I showed you versus the Trayvax Cinch. As you can see, this thing is super slim and minimal, kind of keeping itself out of the way. So now you're probably asking, well, if it's so thin and minimal, how is it going to hold anything up? While the cinch is thin and minimalist, it's definitely tough enough to hold up more than just your pants. A traditional leather belt will fold really easily, whereas a dedicated gun belt won't flex at all, but you're sacrificing thinness for rigidity. The cinch is kind of a happy medium. Could I crush this if I wanted to? Yes, but it's definitely way harder to do than just a floppy leather belt. I've actually found that after switching to appendix carry, a belt doesn't need to be super rigid to be held in place securely. So now I might as well load my pockets back up and show you how this thing performs. Here are my pants with all of my things except for my firearm right now. This thing is super thin, so it's actually really easy to put on too. So that's it. It's super minimal, and I actually feel it a lot less than a normal belt. It almost feels like I'm not wearing a belt. Now, walking around in my day-to-day life like this, I don't have enough stuff in my pockets that it's actually going to be pulling my pants down. I buy clothing that fits me. But when you throw in the extra weight of a firearm and a spare magazine, that's when things might start going down. So to put this holster in place, I'll allow for a little bit more room in the belt. And now notice that I'm still leaving the belt buckle right in the front. Holster goes in, clips go over, and they're not binding up because it's not thick. I'll pull the rest of the slack through, And that's it, I'm good to go now. The biggest problem that I actually encountered with appendix carry is printing of the belt buckle itself, not even the firearm. So as you can see, or probably can't really see unless you're really looking for it, the belt buckle is contoured to my body and it kind of just disappears. The belt doesn't need to be super rigid because this is obviously riding right up against my stomach, which is constantly moving if I'm bending down to tie my shoe, getting in and out of my car, or just sitting down at a restaurant, things like that. I actually think I'm starting to prefer a belt with a little bit more movement like this rather than something super rigid. So I got an extra couple pounds of stuff on here, and this is just not going anywhere. I feel like I could do jumping jacks if I wanted to. Sorry for this awkward angle, by the way. So that's about it for the Trayvax Cinch. As you are watching this, these should be available up on their site in 4 different anodized finishes. And as all Trayvax products, these are backed by their lifetime warranty. Trayvax is actually letting me hook you guys up with a discount code now, so if you go to their site and you see some wallets that you like, you want to pick up a link for your keys, or you want to try out one of these cinch belts, use code Talon at checkout for 10% off your next order. If you have any questions or you want some opinions on any products that they make, let me know down in the comments. I'm definitely still going to be using and wearing this belt for the next couple of weeks, so check back for my next EDC update video and see if I still like it. That is all for today. Thank you guys again for watching, and I will talk to you in the next one.